All right, Asa, I will. Renee told me that you had a photograph of her, and she told me that you would not give it to her. So I volunteered to get it.
Why? That's the million-dollar question around here.
Well, I'll tell you, because Renee is no longer in that business, and frankly, she thought you would use that picture against her.
It's a picture of a bunch of boys and gals having a good old time. There's no label on this. Why would I do anything with it? I mean, if I wanted to use it, why would I want to?
Well, I don't know, Asa. Renee is a very nervous woman.
No, I think you're the one that's nervous. You're Renee Devine's friend, and I think you may be afraid some people in this town might know that.
Oh, please, that is so silly. I met her right...
You're doing it again. That's very insulting. Your estimation of my intelligence. Oh, Lordy, now more fake tears.
Okay, all right, the last ones were fake. These aren't. Please, Asa, would you give me that photograph? It means the world to me, and don't ask me why. I really can't tell you, but a young, innocent girl would be very hurt if that became public, and not even public if just the wrong person. Would you give me that photograph, please?
You know something, honey? One would think that one of these girls was you.
Oh.
But there's no resemblance from any one of them.
No, none of those girls are me, Asa, please. That is a friend of mine.
Besides Renee.
Oh, please. Give me that photograph. Look, I will pay you for it. Come on, name your price. Name it. Thank you.
Lee, why did you have to go through all this? When all you had to do was walk in here and ask for that very politely.
Because I thought you would grill me, Asa, and because I thought you really would not...
Do it again. You think you know me. You think I'm a fool, and you think I'm cruel.
No.
Yes. Now you got your prize picture. Go save your wonderful friend. I've had enough of you today. Bye.
I owe you one, Asa. Goodbye, Carol Dennison. This is the last evidence of you being a hooker.
I'm sorry, Renee. But I can't give you a copy of this for old time's sake. Something tells me that I should hang on to this.
Court, I said let go of her.
Gladly.
I have been trying to let go of her for months now, but she is rapidly becoming a lead weight around my neck.
You calm down, you're losing it.
You know, she's doing everything she can to badmouth my mother, and she's doing the same thing to Kate right now. She has even got the gall to try to get me to convince Kate to lie for her on the witness stand. Well, I have had it.
Tina, you didn't really think Kate was going to lie, did you? Or the court would get her to lie?
No, I'm sorry. Court, I really am sorry. Don't you see? I'm panicking. Can't you understand that I didn't mean to say anything bad about Kate, and I didn't mean to say anything bad about you, all right? I know you wouldn't lie and get her to lie.
You're damn right I won't, Tina. Now, listen, I got some information for you. Kate has been more than tolerant with this whole situation. She has put up with more than any woman should be expected to put up with. And obviously, it's not over yet. I'm going to work. I'll be back later.
A lot calmer, I hope. Come here, old Max, sweetheart.
Never seen him so mad.
Likewise. I think your mouth is running a little too free and loose.
I know, but I have reason to panic. I do. I mean, if Kate goes on the stand, even if she minces words, which she's not going to do.
Hey. Is this a breakdown of the faith I see again? Now, come on. That jury is going to find you innocent. And I am going to start the standing ovation when that happens.
You're not going to convince me. You can't even convince yourself. Max, we got to do something. And quick.
You know, I was just thinking maybe we ought to skip work altogether today and not even go into the office.
Really?
Yeah. It's got to be a holiday somewhere. Somebody famous, somebody's birthday. Or maybe we could just order food in. We wouldn't have to go anywhere at all. I just remember I'm supposed to meet Sandra later.
That can definitely be put off.
No, it can't. I've got a lot of questions I want to ask her about.
John.
You better put the phone back on the hook.
We just went from having a day off to being busier than ever.
Yeah, I know, but what about your Aunt Melinda? She's supposed to call you.
All right. You twisted my arm.
Twisted your arm.
Cassie Callison.
Cassie, finally. It's Rafe Garrison.
Rafe, hi.
No answer at the office, no answer at John's. Your line's been busy for an hour.
Rafe, what is wrong?
I need to talk to John. You know where I can find him?
Yeah, he's right here. He sounds pretty frantic.
Hello, Ray?
Yeah, John, look, we need to talk. Sandra Montaigne has changed her story about what happened between you and Frank.
What do you mean? Changed it how?
Just meet me at Holden Towers now.
You gotta get dressed. Sandra's pulling something.
Well, it's about time.
What do you mean it's about time? You couldn't give me the facts over the phone, so letting us come down here.
Yeah, well, this needs to be done face to face, John.
So?
Well, according to your statement, Frank was about to kill both you and Sandra with a handgun before you pulled your gun.
Yeah.
Right, that's still your story?
Of course it is. Why? What did Sandra say?
Well, Sandra said that she doesn't remember Frank having a gun in his hand once you left the shack.
She what?
Wait a minute, that's the same thing as saying John murdered Frank. How does she explain the sudden change in her story, then?
No, she said she was panicked, that she'd been foggy about the whole thing, and it's been bothering her.
The only fog is between her ears. John, will you please tell Rafe the story isn't true?
Of course it isn't. I killed him in self-defense. I happened to save her life while I was at it.
Well, we're going to have to start over in this investigation, given this new account of the incident.
She's lying, pure and simple. We just don't know why.
Well, we're going to have to find out why, aren't we?
You don't believe her, do you?
Not especially. Interesting, though, isn't it?
Rafe, it isn't interesting. It's outrageous.
Listen, John, I just want to let you know, all right? I'll be in touch with you.
Wait a second.
Let him go, Cassie.
How come I seem to be a lot more upset about this than you are?
Because I'm not as surprised about it as you are.
You know what I was just thinking? I was sitting here thinking how Maria's probably sitting in hell looking at me and having a wonderful time, seeing everything I'm going through and hearing everything There's terrible things happening to me. You know, even if we sent some camera crew down there to film a confession from her, court still wouldn't believe it. You know what really gets to me is that she thought out all of this so well, even when it backfired.
It still worked.
Yeah. I lost my freedom, Max. I mean, even before they marched me off to Statesville, even before they slammed those...
Hey. At least you still have the baby for solace. I mean, when you hold Al in your arms, you know that there's some good and some truth. Your whole life hasn't been taken over by evil.
I don't want to talk about Al right now, okay? Because I'm going to lose him.
No. When you get off, you're going to get off. You're losing it all, aren't you?
I really wish that you could rescue me here.
I'll be back later. I've got to take care of something. I'll be back soon.
Where are you going?
Just never mind. Don't worry, it's a surprise. You're going to love it. It's going to make you forget all these problems. I'm going to set you free. Still recognize me, huh? Mr. D.A.? Even after the rigors of prison life, I've still retained my boyish look.
Why don't we get down to it?
Don't I even get to ask about my dearly beloved family?
What do you know about Maria Roberts' murder? She said it had something to do with Tina.
And I said point blank, that I was only willing to give you that information in return for a better deal on my sentence. Now, have you arranged that, Mr. Callison?
Mom? Mom?
Oh! Hi! Oh, boy, that was so strange. I heard this mom coming from somewhere. I didn't even recognize it was me. Oh. Well, you want a cup of coffee?
Yeah, sure.
Great.
I got the copying done for you.
Yeah?
And I also mailed that report.
Oh, well, great. Well, I think that's a day's salary done. No more work.
You're kidding.
Mm-mm.
You can take the day off and China women won't fall apart?
Oh, well, if it did, this family business would be in very big trouble. No, of course not. Well, anyway, I care about having fun with you today. That report was the last big thing I had to do.
Okay, fine.
Hi, could we have 2 coffees?
Sure.
Thanks.
Thank you. I talked to Dad earlier today, and I told him how I accepted you as my mother. And I said that I don't want to talk about what happened in the past because it's not important.
Oh, boy, I bet he was thrilled about that, huh?
Oh, he was a lot angrier than he wanted me to see, I think. He tried to keep his feelings in, but underneath he was boiling. As far as he's concerned, you're lying, and I've decided it was all a mistake on his part.
Well, it was.
He also got very angry when I said that I had met Renee Devine.
Oh, what? Oh, Mary Lynn, you really shouldn't have said that.
Well, I did. And I also said that because she was a prostitute, that does not make her the world's worst person.
Oh, well, that's nice. It's just he's probably so upset that she is on the fringe of my life again, and yours too. That
Yes,
she's in town.
he was, but he'll get over it. I don't mean to sound callous, but I told him what I told you, that I hope someday you two will make peace.
Oh, I don't. Hi, listen, I'm sorry. I think I've just decided that I'd really like to go to the park with her. You put those on my tab, but
Okay.
I think we'll take them.
The park?
Yeah. Let's take a walk.
Well, I'll be darned. Huh. You look even gloomier here than you did in Nevada, if such a thing is possible.
Thank you. Understand you met my daughter.
I met yours and Lee's daughter. I was amazed how kind and open she was, considering who brought her up. I like that girl, and she and her mother are crazy about each other.
Yeah, well, there is a reason for that. You see, Mary Lynn doesn't know what her mother is really like, because Carol did such a good job of covering up her past. I must say, Renee, I was a little surprised to hear you were in town. It's a little careless of my ex-wife, don't you think, to invite evidence to stay?
I'm just passing through. It's my own idea. I'll be gone soon.
Oh, I'm sure it's your idea. What'd you do? You called Carol, right? And told her to pay up so you could keep your mouth shut? Is that it?
What?
Tell you what, Renee, I'm really ready to double what Carol's paying you if you tell the truth about her. All right?
Oh, my Lord.
Am I missing something funny?
Oh, you are funny. You are just not capable of believing that an ex-entrepreneur can just be a friend, just like you couldn't believe that she and I were friends a long time ago. There's no blackmail here. There's just caring.
Now it's my turn to laugh, isn't it?
Darling?
I'm glad you're back. Starting to think maybe you've been picked up.
No chance. I stayed on the side streets. No more cabin fever. So, how'd it go at Garrison?
I don't know. I don't know if you bought it or not.
Huh?
One thing I do know, you saying that all of a sudden you may not have had a gun must have sounded pretty flaky.
Well, so what if it's flaky? Doesn't mean it won't work. You were panicked at the
I
time.
was panicked. I told him that, and I did it just the way we rehearsed it, and I was pretty convincing.
Well, did you hear any regret creeping into your voice about John? Am I alert, raised to the fact that you were lying?
No, absolutely not.
But Frank, you gotta know that John is not gonna take this without a fight.
No, it'll end up your word against his.
Yeah, and why should my word win?
Because he was in love with you, and you refused to leave me for him. A jury will fall for that.
This whole thing was just supposed to be so easy. You know, the insurance company was going to come in, they were going to give us the $1 million, and it would all be over with.
Who knew they had this stupid rule about committing a felony? Those damn forms had more pages of small print than a phone book.
And now John Russell is going to be sent up for murder while the two of us go... All right, I'm sorry. I know. We've discussed it 1,000,000 times.
Are you looking to get me angry, Sandy? Because it's starting to sound like you really are falling for Russell again.
I am not falling for Russell. I love you. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this. I've just forgotten what a nice guy he is, that's all. And he's just too nice to take a fall for us because we got mixed up with the mob.
Fine. Okay. Then why don't we call the cops and tell them I'm alive? That it was all a scam we cooked up. You want to do that? Huh?
No. No, that is not what I want to do.
No.
But I hate myself and I hate you for involving John.
John, spending a couple of years in jail beats the hell out of me doing it. or us living in poverty, or spending our lives looking over our shoulder. Hey, come on. Trust me. It won't be for much longer. The legalities will be settled, the insurance money will be all paid to you. And then we'll meet in Acapulco and live happily ever after. Mr. John Russell. Right on schedule.
Sandra, open the door. John.
I'm coming. John.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't hightail it out of here and go hide somewhere. You must have known I was coming over after hearing that cockamamie story of yours about Frankie not holding a gun on us.
John, I'm very sorry. But I'm not sure he was.
What do you mean you're not sure?
I said I'm not sure.
Well, I suppose I just pulled the trigger and killed him in cold blood, huh?
John, it's all just very foggy to me right now.
Well, then let me refresh your memory a little bit. Frankie forced you up to his shack. You called me and told me to get up there. You were afraid he was going to kill you. Was that clear?
Yes.
When I got there, he pulled a gun on us. He forced us out of the shack at gunpoint.
That's where it gets very cloudy. And I'm sorry, I do not remember him holding a gun.
So what did you do? Just eat the gun? And I suppose we went to the cave and did a little friendly exploring, huh?
I don't remember.
Give me a break, Sandra. Now, you're setting me up, and I'm not going to let that happen. So I suggest you call the police, and you revise your story.
Did you hear him?
You really do believe that nonsense, don't you? You know, you missed your calling. You should have gone into fiction instead of journalism. That's your real talent.
Trying to tell me Carol didn't pay you off.
Oh, no, she didn't. Check my purse. Check my bank account. Search my room. Search my life.
Come
There's
on,
no
Len.
payoff.
Hey, come on. You saw a buck and you went for it. And Carol was desperate enough to pay you.
Ah, Tom, you are pathetic. If I didn't hate you so much, I'd feel sorry for you. Well, it was really nice seeing you. And really nice seeing how well Lee does without you. Bye.
Madam. Tom?
Oh, Asa.
Mind if I join you?
Not at all. Not very good company.
I just have one question. And I'm too curious to let it go by.
Yeah, what's that?
How do you know Renee Devine? That's right, I know her. When I was Wildcat in the Southwest, she had a bunch of girls traveling around. She finally settled down near Carson City, Nevada.
You know for a fact she ran a brothel there, Carson City?
For a fact, I paid for her services for my men on the rigs. Now, back to my question. How do you know Renee?
Carson City? I threw her out of my house once. My wife befriended her. I didn't think she was the right sort of friend to have around, especially with the child.
One more question, Tom. How does Renee know Lee Halpern?
How do you know she does?
Well, I took this picture out of my files. I remember I had it when I saw Renee in the street. Lee practically tore my house down to get at it. I can't figure out why.
Asa, when was this taken?
Well, on the back there, it says 1966.
Well, I'm going to borrow this, Asa. You know something, pal? You just saved my life. I appreciate it.
Whoa, Tom, hold on.
Tina! Yo! Tina!
You're back. I was in the nursery with Ellen Gabrielle.
Ooh, Gabrielle, I better leave her a note.
A note about what?
Explaining we're leaving.
Leaving? How far away are we going?
Far enough for you to forget your problems?
China? You're going to take me to China?
Come on, let's get out of here.
What's all this for?
Let's just call them ingredients for our survival.
No, wait, just a minute here. I think you ought to tell me where it is we're going.
Like I told you before, I'm taking you to freedom.
The prison authorities have agreed to reevaluate your situation here. If whatever information you give me has a bearing on my case.
You mean if it helps you send Tina Lord to prison for life? You really want to put her away, don't you? What, do you have a big political appointment riding on this case? Or do you just hate Tina Lord?
You want to put your money where your mouth is?
Mr. Tough Guy's mad. I must have hit a nerve. You really hate dealing with me, don't you?
Let's wrap this up so I can go home and take a shower.
Sorry to put a big hole in your plans, but you're not going to get anything out of me. Not until I get a guarantee that you'll get me a transfer to a prison deluxe.
You're incredible.
I know.
You're in no position to make demands.
I've got information that you want, Herbie. That puts me in control.
I'm not guaranteeing anything until I know I'll get something in return. Those are the rules. You want to play? Start talking.
Where are you going?
I've wasted enough time with you. Enjoy your life sentence.
I had a visitor about a month and a half ago, and her name was Maria Roberts. Is that something you'd like to hear more about?
That is more exercise than I bargained for.
Oh, come on. We only ran a few blocks before we got the cab, and at least we beat the rain.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's probably better to get wet. Wouldn't risk a heart attack, you know?
You should come to exercise class with me. It keeps you in great shape.
Yes, well, it's also because you're only 19.
How old are you? Come on, I'm your daughter. You can tell me. I don't even know when your birthday is.
Yes, well, don't worry about it.
I want to know so that I can start planning on what to get you. I have to make up for all those birthdays I've missed.
What? You don't have to make up for anything. The mere fact that you accepted me for your mother is going to make up for everything for years and years.
And then there's Mother's Day, and there's Christmas.
Oh, come on, you'll have plenty of time for that.
We are going to spend every holiday together from now on, Mom.
I love it when you call me that. So, let's get to this mail, all right? We're going to put the business stuff here, and we're going to put the personal stuff there.
What is it?
Look.
A letter from Rick. But why is he writing to you?
Let's find out.
Max is terrible.
Are you kidding? Look, it's dry, it's warm, all the room in the world. Who could ask for anything more in the middle of a thunderstorm?
I was talking about our picnic.
Hold that. Next time I drag you out for a picnic, remind me to check with the weather service.
You know, I should have known. I should have known with the way that my luck is running that, of course, it would rain. Oh, Max, look at me. Here you planned this beautiful day for me, and now everything's ruined.
No, ma'am, I'd say everything was perfect.
No message, thanks. He just walked in. Hi, I was just calling you.
Oh, well, must be ESP is coming over to take you out to lunch.
Do you mind if we skip lunch? I'm not very hungry.
Sure, that's fine. Listen, honey, if you're upset about the subpoena, don't be, all right? Don't let it get to you too much.
No, it's not the subpoena. I can handle that. I need to talk to you about Patrick.
What did he do now? Honey, he didn't give you a hard time about quitting, did he?
No, actually, he was pretty understanding about it.
Then what is it?
Well, he's decided to go public with the burn formula. He's going to present a paper to a medical conference in New York tomorrow.
Oh, good. Hey, good for him.
And he's named the compound the London Sanders compound.
Oh, so he's made you a partner now, huh?
Mm-hmm. That's not all. He wants me to go to New York with him and go to the conference.
You're not going, are you?
Well, I'd like to.
Oh, I see. He was afraid to mail it to your father because he was afraid that he wouldn't give it to you. Boy, I didn't know he was still that upset and mistrusting of your father.
Rick still thinks my dad is the one who drugged him the night before his physical. I kept trying to tell Rick that my dad wouldn't do a thing like that, but...
Yeah. Well, why don't you read your letter?
Where are you going?
I think I'm going to go into the bedroom, and I'm going to give you some privacy.
Don't be silly. You know that I'll read it to you after I'm finished anyway.
Okay.
Lee, Mom, I can't wait to tell Rick the news. I think he's going to be thrilled to hear that you're my mother.
Yeah.
You do like him, don't you?
Yeah, I think he's really nice. Read your letter.
Dear Mary Lynn, well, I was hoping for something a little more romantic. Hope it gets better. Oh, no.
What's the matter?
He says it's over.
What, you mean he didn't make the ski team?
No wonder it took him so long to write.
Mary Lynn? What's wrong? Dear Mary Lynn, it just happened. Maybe because we have so much in common, share the same goals, but I love her. I thought of waiting until I could tell you in person, but I realized that wouldn't be fair to keep you hanging. You need to get on with your life the way Jennifer and I have to get on with ours.
He said he loved me. He said he wanted to marry me. And now he loves some downhill skier he met a couple of weeks ago.
It's all right. I'm sorry.
Get on with my life. What life? I had my whole life planned around him. I love him so much.
Well, how do I look?
Unbelievable. You look like one of those exotic island princesses.
Really?
Yeah, tell you what, let's say we pretend we're in the South Seas on an island and we just ducked into this little grass hut to get out of the summer storm.
You never give up, do you?
Never.
You know what, Max? I feel so relaxed. You know, I have not felt this relaxed in... I don't even know how long.
Wasn't this a great idea, huh?
Yes, it was, and I particularly love the tablecloth. I've always wanted to wear a sarong.
I'm telling you, babe, stick with me. I'll do you right every time. Only I wish you could just get rid of a lot of that excess emotional baggage of yours and realize how good I am for you.
I do realize that. It's just that I'm scared. Max, I'm so afraid because they're going to try me for murder again.
Hey, we came out here to get away from all that, remember?
I know, but Herb Cowson is not going to be happy until...
Forget the trial. I went to a lot of trouble to set up this little party for you so we could have some fun. Now, you stay right here. I'll be back.
What? You're not going to tell me you have a bunch of clowns hanging out back there, are you?
Oh, why didn't I think of that? Bingo!
Well, what's this?
It's a table. Rain or no rain, we are still going to have a picnic. And lots of fun. So from now on, no more frowns, nothing but smiles, and lots of laughs. Come on, woman, hand me that picnic basket. I am starving.
Ooh. There you go.
Got it. If you please. I had a visitor about a month and a half ago, and her name was Maria Roberts. Is that something you'd like to hear more about? Don't take my word for it. Check the visitor log.
You and Maria Roberts were friends?
Get serious.
Why did she come to see you?
She was on a fishing expedition. She was about as subtle as a 10-ton tank.
What was she looking for?
Dirt on Tina. And it gave me great pleasure to share everything I know about her.
Okay. Share it with me.
I'll tell you this much. You're on the right track in assuming blackmail as a motive for murder.
That's not telling me anything.
Well, as soon as you get me transferred out of here, I'll play back the conversation I had with Maria. I was a partner with Dante Medina, Gabrielle's father. And before the louse tried to double-cross me, he let me in on some family secrets. And then in Argentina, with Gabrielle and Tina, I learned a lot more. So, I'll recall all that information as soon as I see some transfer papers.
I'll think about it. Guard, we're finished.
Well, how much time are you going to need on this?
I don't know. I'll get back to you.
Yeah, well, don't take too long. I get depressed in here. And depression has been known to erase valuable memories. Oh, and Herb, one more thing. How's my mother?
I'm surprised you care.
I don't. I'm just curious. What's it like prosecuting your lover's client? Can't be good in the bedroom.
This better not be part of some scheme to cause trouble for your mother and me.
I wouldn't waste my time or energy on you or dear old traitor Mom. But the prospect of seeing Tina again does intrigue me. Listen, if you do convict Tina, make sure you get her an adjoining cell to mine. We have a lot of catching up to do. All right, let's go, Sanders. Come on.
Honey, don't you understand what this means to me? My name is going to be on the formula. I worked 20 hours a week, month after month on this. I deserve the credit.
Honey, I never said that you didn't deserve it.
Well, then, what's the matter?
Why do you want to go to this medical conference?
Well, among other things, I wouldn't mind hearing the praise. You know, I do have an ego like everyone else.
It's just that Tina's trial starts tomorrow, honey.
I'll be back in time to testify.
I know you will be. I was hoping that you would be there when I was on the stand.
Cord, please don't do this to me. It's not fair.
Well, I'm sorry, but my mother's murder trial is going to be tough on me, all right?
I understand that, but I'll only be gone for one day and one night, and then I will be here for you.
Oh, so you and Patrick are staying overnight?
We've booked separate rooms.
Oh, well, thank you so much for telling me. I'm so relieved about that.
I don't believe the way you're acting. This is a major thing in my life, something that every researcher dreams about, and it's happening to me. And what do I get from you? A jealous fit.
You know, Patrick's timing is perfect, but then again, it always is, isn't it? He knows darn well that Tina's trial is tomorrow.
Honey, everything in the whole damn world doesn't revolve around that trial, and once, just once, I would like to do something for myself that doesn't involve Tina.
Victoria, there's no reason to worry. You yourself told me what a wonderful lawyer Judith is. Yes, I spoke to her when she came by to see Tina yesterday. Judith's quite certain she'll get an acquittal. Oh, absolutely. Well, yes, I will. Give my best to Mr. B, and tell Joey we're all thinking about him. And you take care of yourself, Victoria. Yes, we'll talk soon. Goodbye.
Gilbert, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to eavesdrop.
Oh, it's all right. It's good news about Joey. He's doing very well at the clinic. His condition is improving enormously.
Oh, that's wonderful. Does it mean they'll be coming home soon?
Now, the doctors want Joey to stay a little longer. Mrs. Buchanan called to speak to Tina. I'm sorry she missed her. Tina could use some good wishes from Victoria.
Yes, I did overhear you tell Vicky there was nothing for her to worry about in the trial.
Well, I admit I did color the truth somewhat.
Somewhat? Judith isn't sure about the outcome at all.
I know, but if I told that to Victoria, she'd be in the next flight home, and Joey would be without his mother. Victoria needs this time with her family. Oh, she'll be angry at me for keeping the latest from her.
The latest?
Well, I got word on a new development in the case against Tina.
Oh, could it hurt her?
Maybe. I saw an acquaintance of mine today. He was a guard at the men's shelter I used to stay at. Yes. Well, he's guard at the Statesville prison now. He said the place is buzzing with rumors about Jamie Sanders.
Oh, my God, Jamie?
Yes, it seems he had a meeting with the district attorney. Now, the rumor is he wants to make a deal with Mr. Callison in return from some information he has about Maria Roberts' murder.
Oh, my God.
Okay, Brielle, I don't know if any of this is true. It's just a rumor.
Oh, no, I forgot all about Jamie.
You know him?
Well, I know he's a wicked man. He likes to cause problems. I wish I knew what he'd said to Mr. Callison.
Well, please, don't get upset.
Oh, no. Is Wanda here?
Well, she's rearranging the kitchen.
Oh, so would you mind if Wanda takes care of Al just for a little while? I have to run an errand. I'll be back as soon as possible.
Honey, the man is manipulating you. He probably set up this whole New York deal just to keep you from quitting.
Oh, you want to talk about manipulators? Fine. Let's talk about the world's champion, Tina Lord Roberts.
This is hardly the same thing.
Oh, yeah? Why aren't we married? Because of Patrick? No, because of Tina. Why are you living at Landfair? Because of Patrick? No, because of Tina. Honey, she has a problem, real or imagined, and you jump right into the middle of it.
I am trying to protect my son.
If you want to protect your son, why don't you exercise your custody rights and take him out of Landfair until the trial is over?
I told you I can't do that to her now.
Oh, right. God forbid that you should upset Tina. You spend 12 hours a day worrying about her, and when you're not worrying about her, you spend 12 hours a day with her. You know, I've been patient up until now, but my patience is wearing thin.
You know, all I ever get from you is how everything is just fine. You know that? Why didn't you tell me this was such a burden on you?
Because Tina is making it a burden for the both of us.
Oh, yeah? And you're taking off for New York with Patrick. That doesn't do anything, right?
I'm sorry, but for once, just once, I'm doing something for myself, and I'll be damned if I'm going to let you make me feel guilty about it.
Honey, I am not trying to make you feel guilty. I am just trying to get you to open your eyes. Now, Patrick is trying to use to break us up.
This conference was planned a year ago. What do you think? He had something to do with having it coincide with Tina's trial?
But he's sure in hell using it as an advantage over you.
Oh, please.
He is...
Look who's here.
Kate. Hi, Graham. Cord.
Yes?
Hi, sweetie.
We're about to have lunch, my dear. Won't you join us?
No. Oh, No, come thank on, Cord. Stick around. Have some lunch with us. We haven't seen enough of you in a long time. We're going to have the Sanders special, some shrimp and lobster salad. I'll join you in the dining room just a minute. I've got to go upstairs, call my broker, unload some stock.
Dad,
Huh.
when you call your broker, tell him to buy every share of Sanders Chemical that he can get his hands on.
And why is that?
Because Patrick is going public with the burn formula, and once word gets out, the shares are going to go right through the roof.
That is terrific news.
And not only that, he's naming it the London Sanders Compound.
Honey, he is giving credit where credit is due. Mother, isn't that exciting? That's the most exciting thing to happen at Sanders Chemical in years. Darling, that is a medical breakthrough. You are going to be saving thousands of lives, preventing untold suffering. I sound like the public relations director, don't I?
Yeah.
I just am so proud of you. Congratulations.
Thanks.
I am too, dear. Congratulations.
Cord, how does it feel now being engaged to a world-renowned scientist?
Great. Look, I've got to take care of something over at the Banner. I'll have to take a pass on lunch. Excuse me.
You know, I can't imagine anybody just running off and abandoning a wonderful place like this.
Well, maybe they weren't interested in keeping it up anymore. It's a shame.
So, you know, you never told me. Why did you just walk away from your place in Texas?
I didn't walk away. I ran.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And has Steve ever forgiven you?
I think he understands. You see, Steve had this great dream to build the ranch back up. He was going to put in all this irrigation plumbing and everything. But me, I broke into a cold sweat, scared to death that I was going to be stuck there the rest of my life.
Well, you must have had some big plans, too.
Oh, yeah. I dreamed about faraway places. You see, when we were young, our mom bought us a set of encyclopedias at the library book fair. She figured it'd help us with our schoolwork, but I used to just go through and pick out a country at random and just read all about it. It's a great escape.
So why'd you pick Argentina?
Truthfully, I threw a dart at a map on the wall. Now, I never told anyone this before. Don't, please.
Why?
Because it sounds real stupid.
I don't think it's stupid. I don't. You know what I did? When I was a little girl, I used to subscribe to this geographical magazine. And it had all these beautiful pictures in it. And all these beautiful faraway places. And I used to just love to just daydream about myself, just visiting one beautiful faraway place after the next.
You ever been to China?
China, no. No, I never got quite that far.
Me neither, but it's the next stop on my itinerary. You want to come along?
I think the only place I'm going to be going to is Statesville Prison.
No. When they acquit you, what do you say? We booked the first flight to Beijing.
I wish.
Trust me. We'll do it.
Max, no, I have to be realistic here. And I am going on trial for murder.
Concentrate on us. Our reality. I'm real. So are my feelings for you. Tina, will you come with me to China?
Max.
Listen. I knew from the time we were in Buenos Aires that we were meant for each other. We can't fight it any longer.
Max, I've had a really wonderful day. I have, but you don't want to ruin that now. Where did I go wrong?
Mary Lynn, you didn't do anything.
I should have gone with him to Austria.
You know what? I have a feeling that he probably would have fallen in love with Jennifer or somebody else anyway.
Why did he lie to me? Why did he lead me on? Why did he say that he loved me when he didn't really mean it?
You know, I have a feeling that Rick isn't really mature enough to know what real love is.
I meant it when I said I loved him.
I know.
It hurts so much.
Yeah, I know it does. But you know what? I think the best thing you can do for yourself is just to talk it out.
I just want to lock myself in my room and never come out.
Oh, honey, I know. Oh, I know this hurts so badly, but the best thing you can do is to know that it happened for the best. Right? Oh, gosh, what timing.
I think I'll just leave you alone, okay?
No. You stay there.
May I come in, please?
Tom, this really isn't a good time.
It's important. Marilyn?
Hello.
What's happened?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, you're upset. I see you've been crying.
Tom, she got a sad letter from a friend, that's all.
Well, what friend? What happened?
I really don't want to discuss it right now, Dad, okay?
All right, sweetheart. We'll discuss it later. I'd like to talk to your mother, all right?
I think I'll leave.
Look, Mary Lynn, don't leave. Look, I'll talk to Tom another time, all
No,
right?
I really want to be alone. I think I'll take another walk in the park.
You sure you don't want any company?
No, thank you. I'm fine, thanks.
Okay.
Just what was all that about?
Oh, she got a letter from Rick. He said that he has fallen in love with another skier there.
Well, that figures. I knew you'd end up hurting her.
Oh, yeah, and I'm sure you're going to have a great time telling her so,
No.
huh?
No, but if she'd listened to me, she might have saved herself some pain.
Well, you know, I really don't think she wants to hear that now, Tom. I really think she wants support and understanding. So if you're going to tell her that, I really would just
I'm
be
aware
quiet.
of what she needs.
Oh, look, I don't want to get in another argument, so why don't you just go, all right?
I've been walking around for quite a while, trying to decide how to handle this. I suppose there's only one way. Something here I think you should look at. Don't bother. More where this came from. Now, you see these men. They're all drillers. They work for Asa Buchanan down the Southwest, and the girls. The girls are Renee's girls. The one on the left here. See, the one on the left is Carol Harper. Finally got the proof I've been looking for. Proof that you were a prostitute.
Where did you get that photo?
Never mind where I got this.
That's not me, Tom.
No, it isn't. It is not Lee Halpern. But it certainly is Carol Harper.
Well, you know, I recognize Renee, but I don't recognize any of those other people.
Oh, well, let me refresh your memory here. Now, this is a photograph of you before your automobile accident and your reconstructive surgery. Same woman. No question about it, huh? You cannot escape the past. Come on.
All right, Tom. All right, what are you going to do now? Are you going to give that to Mary Lynn and try to tell her that I'm an unfit mother?
Well, no,
and
actually, I'd like to avoid that if it's all possible.
Oh, don't give me that. You tried to hunt on that photograph so you could try to turn her against me.
Tell you what I'll do. I will not show this photograph to Mary Lynn if you pack up your business and go back to New York. Get out of her life as suddenly as you got in it. And don't ever, understand me here, don't ever try to see her again.
Hey, Mary Lynn.
Wait, hi.
How'd it go with your mom?
Oh, fine. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Okay, what did she do this time?
Oh, nothing. She's been wonderful to me.
So how come you've been crying?
I have to leave.
No, come on. Let's just go and... Excuse me. Let's just go and talk about it for a while, okay? Was it your dad? Is he
No.
being a jerk again or something?
No,
So what's the problem?
it's me. I can't believe how stupid I am.
one of the smartest people I know.
Yeah, well, not when it comes to men. I keep trusting them and they keep betraying me.
It's Rick, huh? Hasn't he called you yet?
No, but he found the time to write.
It's about time.
I received his letter this afternoon. He sent it to my mother and said to give it to me. He said that he's in love with some downhill racer he met a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, man. You've been sitting here worrying about him, and he's messing around with some ski bunny. Hey, you know what, Mary Lynn? That poor girl's gonna be crying her eyes out in a couple of weeks when Rick tells her he doesn't love her anymore. The guy's a jerk. Forget him.
That's not going to be very easy. I loved him.
Did you hear what you just said? Loved. That's past tense. You're getting over him already.
It sure doesn't feel like it.
Just think, if you had married that joker, you'd be stuck with him now. You should be celebrating your great escape.
Yeah. You're right. I think I finally learned a lesson. I will never trust another man as long as I live.
Max, don't.
Hey, listen, you want it as much as I do, admit it.
Look, please, just take me home, please.
You want to be here with me.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't? Tell me you don't feel anything.
Look, just stop this,
You
okay?
stop! Stop trying not to feel. You care. You know you do.
Of course I care. I'll always care about you.
Well, it's a start.
No, I mean, you're the only man I've ever known who's done so much to try to help me.